So guys, thanks for joining in on this review video of a Montale fragrance. Who hasn't heard of the brand Montale? It's crazy. They have so many fragrances in their collection and they seem to release new fragrances every year. So it's crazy to keep up with them. They have so much in their portfolio, from strong characteristic oud-based fragrances to scents like this, which are very promising, at least as so far as the name suggests, intense cafe. It's something that a morning and a late night person as me looks forward to, because we love the coffee in the morning, and the name suggests it smells like a strong coffee. So, released in 2013, it was made by the perfumer Pierre Montale. Who the hell he must be? This guy does all the fragrances for Montale. I think it's just a fictional name. But anyhow, I don't care about the background as much as the scent itself, because this is truly a marvelous release by the house. It's hard to say it's my favorite Montal, but it's very close to it. As great as this is, not many of them can top. So, um, I don't really have the box anymore, but you can tell it's just a plain old um, Montal box with the name on top and in front, and then some information on the back. This is the sleeve that surrounds the bottle. I'm sorry guys, this could be a sleeve from another Montal bottle I own, so don't get me wrong, the colors itself might be different from the actual Intense Cafe sleeve, but this is what you get when you open up a Montal box, this kind of sleeve, and this holds the fragrance. So this is the bottle. I don't know if you can tell, but this is a purple bottle, very intense and bright. Well, not really bright, it's dark, but it's an intense kind of purple. And there you go, Intense Cafe Eau de Parfum. It's 100 ml, 3.4 OZ, so that's 100 ml. And then you have nothing on the bottom, nothing on the back, and then just like this cool sprayer protection for when you travel with your bottle. Sprayer itself works really well. Boom. It doesn't really spray all that much, but it's sufficient because, and I will go into that later, the performance is extreme. So, wow, this is such a potent fragrance. When you first spray this, it's almost overwhelming. You can't do too many sprays with Intense Cafe. So what do I smell? First off, it's sweet. It's very sweet. It has a distinct floral note. Um, I do get the rose, but like the list in Fragrantica mentions white florals, I could definitely see this having some sort of, yeah, like a bouquet of white florals and then the rose combined. It feels jammy. It feels like when you guys have smelled the fragrance by Towerville, Rose Flash, that fragrance has a distinct jammy note. The rose itself smells like it's edible. It almost smells um, yeah, it has a jammy quality to it, and this is exactly what I get in the opening of Montal Intense Cafe. Except, and this is something I want to point out, this is extremely oily though. I don't think you can see it, but it's extremely oily fragrance. Except that the jammy rose slash white floral note is combined with the clear coffee um, coffee smell. And this is not the kind of coffee that you smell in the air from coffee itself. The coffee note smells more like a ground coffee. Like you take the beans, coffee beans, you put them through a grinder, and you smell the powder when it's freshly went through the machine. The powder itself, the aroma of the coffee, that's what you get in the opening of Intense Cafe. I read on Fragrantica people saying that they don't get a lot of coffee. It's crazy because to my nose, it's definitely there, and it's a very great fragrance at that. You know, I've smelled a couple of coffee-based fragrances. It's all very subjective. It's all very unclear because coffee itself seems to be quite hard to reproduce in a fragrance. Mostly it's somewhere in the background, but to me in Intense Cafe it's really present. So I am very surprised and I'm very glad that they made such a great effort at that because I really enjoy this in a fragrance. It gives an energetic vibe. It makes your mood wake up. So this is a great fragrance for when you want an extra boost in the morning. But yeah, so jammy, rose, white flowers, a lot of coffee, and then in the background there must be some amber and some white musk. I can see that a lot of Montale fragrances have white musk. Um, but as far as the amber goes, it's not very present to my nose. I can't really pick that up. Vanilla, lots of vanilla. Not like a gourmand, thick and creamy vanilla, but that's probably because there's so much of that rose and that sharp, like coffee note kind of blends around with the vanilla and makes it less gourmand as it is in other fragrances. But all in all, the impression you get is quite round, it's quite balanced, it doesn't come off too aggressive in one direction. You smell the coffee, you smell the rose, the vanilla, but it's well done. It's not too specific in a way. It smells pleasant, and it will probably be a people pleaser, this one. So this fragrance is pretty damn linear. I can spray this on in the morning and then 4, 6 hours later I still get the same impression. That's not a bad thing at all. I really enjoy that because I love the opening so much. It would be a problem if I'm not that fond of it, but in this case it's truly a remarkable opening that really lasts with you through the end. It doesn't really change all that much. I see and read comments about people mentioning that it smells synthetic. Sorry, I don't get that at all. Um, it's just the combination of these notes make it smell really sweet and sticky. And the coffee is something that we are not really used to in a fragrance. To me, it smells pretty natural. Um, I can see where people come from when they say it's synthetic. It might be just your impression because I don't get it at all. I can see the different notes. I can smell them one at a side. And if you want to smell something synthetic, I'll give you an example. 1 Million Intense. It also has a rose, bubblegum, sweet, sticky vibe, comparable, not the same, definitely not the same, but in the same genre as Intense Cafe without the coffee, but this smells synthetic. In this fragrance, for me, it's difficult to really see all the different notes. It's just like one big hit, one big mist, and it smells great. You know, I wear this fragrance once in a while because it has something I like. I can't really explain that right now. I'm not doing a video about this fragrance. It's all about Intense Cafe. So to me, not synthetic at all. Very linear though, but not a problem. Let's go into the performance, guys. What can I say? The opening is so crazy that you would expect it to last, and it does. It stays with you for at least 12 to 15 hours, and I'm not kidding. This fragrance just sticks on your skin like forever. You can even wash your hands, you can shower, it won't come off. It's very, very potent. So I don't really see this as a summer fragrance, not even spring. When it's a hot spring day, like around 20 degrees Celsius or 80 Fahrenheit, don't really see this happening over day. You know, this is more like a nighttime fragrance in for those types of occasions. In fall and winter, I can see this being an excellent fragrance. It needs the colder temperatures to really shine and to really be at its best. So versatility with Intense Cafe is not really the best because you can't wear it every single day. Also, I would say this is not the best office scent. You know, people will definitely pick this fragrance up even with like one spray. You will still get noticed for sure. And if you're at a certain environment where it's not really okay to reek of a fragrance, like you have some sort of professional courtesy, don't wear this fragrance to work. It's so powerful that you might offend someone. So versatility, not the best. Performance is just stellar. It needs colder temperatures. Um, Gender, I don't really like to go in this kind of category of the review because as far as I'm concerned, fragrances are so subjective. It's all like in the eyes of the beholder. So if you're a woman and you like to wear Intense Cafe, that's great. If you're a man, that's great. It doesn't really matter. But I have to talk about that in this video because I see people mentioning this is so feminine, I can believe this would be suitable for a man to wear. I don't get it at all. I mean, I have smelled fragrances that are feminine and that are marketed as unisex or even as masculine, you know. But this is marketed as being a unisex fragrance, and it definitely is what they say. You know, marketing is right in this case. Yes, it has a sweetness, it has a delicate, it has some sort of femininity to it, but it's so masculine as well. I would even say that it's like 60-40 towards the masculine side of the spectrum. But basically, anyone can wear this, okay? So, is there something like comparable to Intense Cafe that you should know of before picking up a bottle of one of these? Yes. Rose Vanille by Mancera. Everybody knows Mancera is basically the same in the same house of Montale. They are made under their direction. It's basically from the same company. Let's put it like that. Rose Vanille by Mancera smells pretty similar. Might be a little more to the sweet side, and the rose is maybe a little more pronounced, but all in all, it's a pretty good replica for Intense Cafe. Shouldn't really matter because Mancera is about the same price as this, so all depends on what you can get your hands on. Um, Value is excellent with this kind of fragrance. I believe I paid like 115 euros for a 100 ml bottle. That should be like somewhere around 125 US dollars, something like that. Um, this fragrance will last me a lifetime, guys, so you can imagine this not being a bad purchase if you want a strong, sexy smelling fragrance. Yes, I dare to say sexy. This does come off romantic, not only because, I have the fond memories of my first dates, meeting my girlfriend, but because it has all the notes that people look for on a romantic occasion. It it has a seductive quality to it. So definitely a great daytime scent, and or just casual, hanging around the house. But like I said, don't wear it to the office. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have this fragrance, you have tried it out, you want to share something with me about it, please do it in the comment section down below. I'm curious to see what you think about this one. Um, and as usual, thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.